You don't need an iPhone. You don't need a fancy subscription, and you certainly don't need to sit in front of a screen for hours a day trying to train your brain. In fact, some of the most powerful ways to keep your brain sharp and even add years to your cognitive health are hiding in your daily routine. They're simple, they're fun, and best of all, they're human. Hi, and welcome back to Timeless Wisdom, where we believe aging is not a decline, it's a deepening. If you're over 60 and wondering how to stay mentally vibrant, alert, and full of life, this video is for you. Today, we're going to explore 4 simple brain-boosting games that don't require any apps, screens, or technology. They can be done at home, on a walk, or even with a friend over coffee. These games not only boost memory, but also improve attention, language recall, and mental flexibility, all crucial for a longer, healthier life. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into the first brain-loving game. Game number 1, category walks. Let's start with something that gets your body and brain moving at the same time. It's called the category walk. Here's how it works. When you go for your daily walk, or even just pace around the house, choose a category like types of birds, green vegetables, US presidents, or even movies with one-word titles. As you walk, try to name as many items from that category as possible, out loud or in your head. You might say robin, blue jay, cardinal, hawk, dove, and so on. Sounds easy. The trick is to keep going until you run out. If you walk with a partner or caregiver, take turns and challenge each other. You'll be surprised how quickly your brain lights up trying to retrieve words. Why it works. This game taps into your semantic memory, which stores facts and categories. Research shows that naming categories under mild movement conditions boosts brain function more than sitting still. Plus, it improves executive function, the ability to retrieve, organize, and produce information quickly. No need to schedule extra time. Just turn your daily walk into a brain walk. It's simple, it's free, and your brain will thank you every step of the way. Game number 2, finish the phrase. Ever hear an old phrase and automatically know how it ends? Let's try a few. An apple a day. Better late than when it rains. Exactly. These are known as automatic phrases or idioms, and they live in your long-term memory. The game is called Finish the Phrase. You or a friend say the first half of a well-known phrase and then either finish it out loud or challenge yourself to recall the original and maybe invent a new version. For example, you say, a stitch in time. You answer, saves 9. Bonus, make your own twist. A stitch in time saves my favorite sweater. Why it's powerful. This activity strengthens your language retrieval pathways, critical in preventing age-related word-finding issues. It also stimulates creativity and activates areas of the brain used for social communication and memory integration. You can even turn it into a dinner game with family or grandkids. They say one, you finish it. Watch their faces light up when you finish phrases they've never heard before. These classic idioms also carry emotional memories, linking us to moments, people, and cultural wisdom from decades past. It's a subtle, healing form of mental time travel. Game number 3 is one of the most fun for your storytelling muscles. Game number 3, reverse storytelling. Here's a challenge that's equal parts memory, creativity, and logic. Tell a story backwards. It's called reverse storytelling. You begin with the ending and work your way back to the beginning. For example, and that's how I found my wedding ring under the couch, just moments after yelling at the dog for knocking things over, because earlier that day I was cleaning the shelf and knocked it off myself. Why does this help the brain? Reverse storytelling forces the mind to track cause and effect in reverse, lighting up areas related to logic, memory sequencing, and focus. It also challenges working memory, the part of your brain that holds and manipulates information. This is often one of the first areas affected by aging, but also one of the most responsive to stimulation. Don't worry if it's awkward at first. That's the point. You're growing new mental pathways every time you try. Make it social. Ask your spouse or friend to give you an ending, like you end up with a flat tire. Then you work backward to explain how it happened. Laughing is part of the process, and laughter itself is great for cognitive health. Ready for one more? Game number 4. What changed? This last one is great for observation and short-term memory. What changed? Here's how to play. Ask a loved one or caregiver to arrange a few items in a room, say 5 objects on a table. You look at them for 30 seconds, then turn around or close your eyes. They silently change one thing, maybe move an item, swap 2, or remove one entirely. Now you look again. Can you spot what changed? You can also play this solo. Set up a space, take a picture, walk away, then change one thing and see if you can recall the difference without looking at the photo. Why it works. This exercise hones your visual memory and attention to detail, 2 areas that tend to weaken with age. Just like muscles, the brain gets sharper when you use it intentionally. It's also a fun game to play with grandkids or neighbors and secretly keeps your brain nimble while you play. The key takeaway here is simple. You don't need digital games, subscriptions, or long brain training programs. What you need is engagement, movement, laughter, connection, curiosity, and you have all those within you already. If you found even one of these games helpful, consider subscribing to Timeless Wisdom. We're building a warm, thoughtful community where aging means thriving, not just surviving. Now it's your turn. What's a fun little game or habit you already use to keep your mind sharp? Let us know in the comments. Your idea might help someone else today. Thank you for watching. And remember, it's never too late to play your way back to clarity.